Okay, so today we're talking to a client of Henry Financial Services, Adrian Walker. Adrian has been a client of Henry Financial Services since 1997 and he recently claimed on his trauma insurance policy.
I met your father through a mutual friend. Your dad came to my house back then, 16, 17 years ago, discussed what was the appropriate policies and what was best for me for my life insurance, because I was with a new partner and I had 3 stepdaughters.
So you ended up with a life and trauma policy that Jeff obviously advised you to take.
I did.
And you've kept that for 17 years.
I have.
So over the years, how has Henry Financial Services helped you or assisted you?
Yearly they contacted me and I obviously got my yearly paperwork and notification with regards to my policy. On occasions we've had communications and met on site and we've discussed where my policy was at. Was there any requirement for changes? And it was just while I was with my ex-partner, we kept that policy pretty much standard as what we originally set up. I guess we just made changes. Well, I wanted to see you recently with regards to changes. That's when we talked about the policy there. I guess it was December 2012 and I had a little mark on my top right arm here. I went to a skin specialist and they wanted to do a biopsy on that day. On that Friday of the first week, the doctor rang me back and asked me to come in and see him, but I wasn't able to. But he actually told me then that the biopsy had come back as level 4 melanoma and it was at a depth of 2 millimeters. I wasn't aware of melanoma or aware of skin cancer and aware of that, but the depth and the levels. And he said that level 4 was the worst you could have and 1 was the best. And I said, was there a 5, 6, 7? He said, no, level 4 was maxed out. And then he said the millimeters, he said 0 to half a millimeter is not bad, half a millimeter to 1 millimeter is getting a little bit up there, 1 millimeter to 1.5 is getting worse, and he said anything over 2 is not real good either. So he asked me if I could go and see a specialist that afternoon at Royal North Shore Hospital, melanoma specialist, Dr. Saul. I was at the airport when he phoned me and I was waiting to get on a plane, so I was on my own. I was waiting for the plane. That's why he actually told me over the phone, because he didn't want to, but and he knew I was going to be away for a few days. I've lived in the surf club all my life and been out there in the sun, and I didn't probably use the light protection back then, and you learn your lesson. My policy was increasing every year because of my age going up, and we understood that, so I rang yourself and asked if we could have a meeting to chat about my policy, and we just came in. It was one of those ones where I discussed the situation with you, and then we were just chatting about maybe moving my policy, trying to save some money because it was getting a little bit dearer for me on my own. And then when I told you I had a pre-existing condition, you used to mention that you thought my policy, when you looked at it, had that your dad originally set up the trauma part, and we found that I could claim anything over level 3, I think it was, and over a depth of 1.5 millimeters. So I always looked at the insurance companies and thought, you're never going to get anything out of an insurance company, and I always considered it as that with your home insurance or car insurance, there's always these policy loopholes or outs that they have. The process, I think it was a period of about 2 weeks from start to finish, and I had from the start of dealing with you to the end where the claim was actually put into my bank account electronically. I came to work one day and saw an amount of money that assisted me in that account, and the process was probably one of the simplest ones. The only thing I had to do was go back to my specialist and get her to fill out the paperwork with regards to her dealing with me and what the levels were to confirm that. And the 2-week period I had my claim paid out for the trauma. I guess when you get told that you've got a certain percentage, they gave me a percentage of 14 to 20% success rate that I would make a year, so 2012 to 2013 I think I re-evaluated my life. That money I did want to buy a new car, so I went and bought a newer vehicle that I wanted to have. I've used some of that money for treatment that I needed to have there, which was beneficial because it was required. And I guess it's just given me a little bit more of peace of mind for this period of the last year to be able to know that this finance is there and that it was beneficial.
Okay, that's great. Thanks, Adrian.
It's a pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.